much heat coming at you. Oh yeah. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast. We are your hosts, Ryan, the Tagless Haynes, Matt Regan, and myself, Mac, aka Disfat Bidge. How you guys doing tonight?
Excellent.
Dandy.
How are you doing?
Just dandy. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Didn't get enough sun today, that's for sure. Not enough
Every
time
week you got like a
outdoors.
sunburn or something or a tan. Nothing this
I know.
week?
Nothing. I
Oh
was
my god.
inside doing too much work inside, and then the gym inside. I should have gone outside.
I thought there was a blinding white light going on. Just thought it was a reflection or something.
No,
That's me.
just just the ginger in me. That's all. Fair skin. How was you guys' weekend?
Great.
Comment.
Yeah,
Celebrated a lot of moms.
that's true. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there who are not listening to this podcast in a billion years. But hey, tell your mom
never
I said
know.
Happy Mother's Day. Ah, damn, Regan.
My mom listens to every podcast.
You're supposed to save us for the end, Mac.
How you doing, Mrs. Haynes?
Shout out to Mrs. Haynes.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. All right. With that. Oh man.
Hey, hang on one sec. I went to a vineyard this weekend, had a little rosé, listened to some music. It was a good time. But they had a lobster roll truck there. You know what a lobster roll costs nowadays? $28.
I was gonna say $30. Yeah.
$28. It was on a hot dog roll. It had
For one?
6 little pieces of lobster. Yeah. It was wild. It was wild.
You know you can get full lobster like $14, right? That was perfect. That's absurd.
It just ruined the whole thing, you know? It's
I
like,
did.
my
It
God.
must be the cost of butter.
Yeah, that's it.
Might be that.
Yep.
Pushing everybody to go vegan.
That's it. Those hot dog buns.
All right, Ryan.
All right.
You want
Let's
to
do
talk
this.
more about your buns, or you want to get into your brief?
Ooh. How about a little bit of both?
Mm.
Let's do it.
Rip them on open.
Yeah. fruit of the
big are those
loom
briefs?
Hey.
Uh,
He likes to be comfortable. He's lounging around right now.
yeah. Got like the granny panties of briefs going on. All right. In the news. So, nothing. Really.
Absolutely
Former first
nothing.
round pick Tim Tebow is back. He has been signed to a 1-year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars to play tight and
Tim Tebow. So who's the answer to their prayers? Trevor Lawrence or him?
Oh man, what are their odds now to win the Super Bowl? What do you think?
Down.
Yeah, probably. They're 33rd out of 32nd.
Yeah, they probably aren't. Probably aren't doing that well.
If you're reaching for Tim Tebow to switch him to a tight end, that's like you're.
Oh.
And he's in the running, right, to be the starting tight end.
Oh,
Who
he's
else is there?
He's like their number one. Eifert was the last one I heard. Ugh.
But they drafted Travis Etienne.
Exactly. They could have taken Pat Fairmouth like I wanted them to, but whatever. You know what?
Hey, we're missing. It's good for Tim Tebow, guys.
It is. Back with
He wasn't the best commentator.
Back with Urban Meyer. No. He's not the best at anything.
Ooh. Praying.
And
he is the best.
Speaking of
better than me.
Rosé.
It's a dark rosé.
Yeah, it's a little dark, huh?
What
I'll tell you.
Is it?
If that's the biggest piece of news,
That's bad.
These are some sad briefs.
Pick me?
Eric,
Judge me by my size, do you? And where you should not.
That size doesn't matter, Ryan. It's all about quality.
yeah, maybe Yoda's right. I don't know, but that's
We'll
it.
see.
That's all I got.
Was that-
I think Eric Fisher was signed to the Colts. The left tackle, a little bit more help for Carson Wentz.
There we go.
But who cares? Let's move on.
Good for him. All right. We want to welcome all you tip takers to episode 7, where we are going to be doing a rookie-only mock draft. We're going to do 3 rounds. Ryan and I just had our Dynasty rookie draft for our 2nd year, and I did not do too well. Ryan, how did you do? You happy with your draft, or?
I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
I traded up from 8 to 7, picked Devontae Smith. Everyone's down on the guy. I think he's an absolute stud.
Oh, he's going to be great. So all you guys who are about to or have done your rookie drafts, hopefully we catch you in time. You can look and see what different players are out there that you might not have noticed, or just a little bit more insight. Or Regan, maybe you'll finally start a dynasty draft, huh?
Yeah, well, I have 6 leagues. When you guys asked me, I was like, 7 leagues? I need a life. It's already taken up.
If Tom Brady thought that way, he wouldn't have a 7 Super Bowl.
That's true.
You should have sold it to me better. I would have bought it then.
All right. So we're going to set up the draft. Ryan will be at the 1.1, Regan will be at the 1.3, and I will be at the 1.8. We all have our drafting needs. We'll explain as we start the draft, and I say we just get into it. Did I leave anything out, guys?
I think we're good. I would just pause it on our first pick so we can explain if that so that helps everyone.
Yeah, you got a 5-minute pick countdown.
Oh, jeez. All right.
All right, I'm going to take off my headset then. I'll see you guys in about 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
All right.
Woo!
Let us begin.
All right, am I up?
You are up.
Here we go. All right, so if I'm looking at my dynasty roster, and I had the number 1 pick, my running back situation right now, it's looking pretty good. I got J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, Josh Jacobs just recently traded for. Wide receivers are okay, but not great. Looking at Mike Evans, and he's a guy who is really reliant on touchdowns. There's a lot of other weapons in that Buccaneers offense. And then DJ Chark, who's a huge question mark. So a lot of different question marks. I think here what I'm going to do is go with Jamar Chase. I think the reunion with Joe Burrow is beautiful. In the words of the famous Nat King Cole, you're the cream in my coffee, the salt in my stew. And there's the pick.
Perfect.
How'd you like that? That was a good reference.
That was a good reference. I liked it. I just couldn't resist.
I enjoyed.
All
right. And number 2 is Najee Harris and Reegs. It's up to you.
All right. So I actually ended up taking a guy from your league and took his team. He actually ended up having an auto draft, but his team's not bad. It's got Lamar Jackson, Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo at QB. You know, I think he might need some depth at tight end and wide receiver. Running backs are nice. Elliott, Aaron Jones, Mike Davis, James White. James White's probably only going to play 1 more year. But you got 3 good starters for a couple years. Wide receivers, Adam Thielen. And then from there, he's got great depth. You know, he's got Corey Davis, John Brown, Michael Gallup, Golden Tate. Like, he's AJ Green. He's got good depth, but he doesn't have that robust guy. And then for tight ends, he's got Hunter Henry, Trey Burton, Cole Kmet. You know, that's what scares me. My problem is at this pick, this is a nice pick to have at 3 because you can have anything you want. At this point, I think I'm going to go Kyle Pitts, but I am between Kyle Pitts and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith I feel like he is going to have a better year one. He's going to be the number one wide receiver, I believe, out of the gate. Kyle Pitts, he's obviously not, especially if they don't get rid of Julio Jones. That being said, I just can't pass up Kyle Pitts and his athleticism. He might be the number one or best all around athlete in this draft, if you ask me. I'm gonna go with Kyle Pitts, but it was really tough right here.
Surprise, surprise.
It makes sense, man. He's the best pass catcher, and it's a deep wide receiver draft. I would take the generational talent in Kyle Pitts there. That's what I would do as well. All right, what happened next?
After that, we had ETN, Waddle, Devontae Smith, Williams, and
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
You moved too quick.
I know I should have slowed down.
Yeah, it's all right.
You nailed it in general.
Yeah, true.
So we had 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers come off. What do you got, Mac?
All right. So for my team, my best quarterback I have is Tom Brady, obviously the best ever. But he is getting up there in age, and in Dynasty, you got to look long term as well. Yeah. So quarterbacks is Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, and then some other bench fillers. So I'm not looking too hot there. Running back, I got Dalvin Cook and Austin Eckler as my starters. Then Jerick McKinnon and DJ Dallas out of Seattle. So I am hurting at running back as well. My wide receivers are pretty good. I got Justin Jefferson, Tyler Boyd, and DK Metcalf. And Travis Kelce as my tight end along with Gesicki. So looking long term here, I think I would rather go quarterback and none other than Trevor Lawrence. He made it here to 8. I'm going to take him here. And I'll grab another running back or receiver, depending on how the draft drops. But we'll see. But I can't pass up on Trevor Lawrence with not knowing how far Brady will take me after this year. I need somebody besides a long shot and Hurts. So Trevor Lawrence off the board at the 1.8. And after that, son of a bitch.
Just roll with it. It's all right. We're going snake. We're not with that linear stuff.
Snake. We should have gone linear here. Well, all right. So, all right. After that was Bateman, wide receiver out of Baltimore. Was taken by Baltimore. You got Carter, running back for the Jets. Then Marshall, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Detroit. Rondale Moore, Arizona. Eskridge, then Sermon, another running back, and Tony with the Giants. So now I'm back on the clock with the 2.5. Pardon me, guys.
How's that even possible?
Well, because somebody forgot.
Because Max set it up.
Because
that's genius.
Cheating.
We should edit this in post, huh? All right.
No big deal. People are gonna get the concept because they're gonna be the same guys necessarily.
Maybe we'll see.
Hey, people do snake drafts. You don't know what every league is set up as, so go ahead and make your pick, big guy.
All right, so I'm pretty good at wide receiver. I'm good at tight end, but yeah, there's not that many great running backs here either. But I do need that depth, and I'm gonna take a shot at 2.5 with Elijah Mitchell, who's in San Fran. And if a running back's going to have success somewhere, it'll be under Kyle Shanahan. So I will take him. Might be reaching a bit, but I'll take him there at the 2.5.
2 things, great job.
What's that?
Ooh. So you didn't mess up on 2 things there. The draft being one. So here,
sorry,
read them off.
We got more wide receiver for the Jets going 2.6. 2.6. Excuse me. Freiermuth. I'm trying to pronounce that name way ahead of time. Tight end for Pittsburgh, going at number 2.7. Then Trey Lance and Kenneth Gainwell, running back for the Philadelphia Eagles, which is going to be a crowded backfield looking at it. So, hey, hopefully he comes out of the woodwork there. But for all you Miles Sanders owners, tread lightly. All right, Regan, you are on the clock. 2.10.
Oh. I don't mean to throw you underneath the bus, Mac, but I probably would have grabbed a wide receiver here. That being said, there's nothing here that really interests me in a draft like this. I think I might be going Justin Fields at this point. He has Lamar Jackson, which I could see being a little injury concern. And then you got Kirk Cousins and Garoppolo. Garoppolo, I don't know if he's going to be on the team. Where is he going to go? Kirk Cousins, he's Kirk Cousins. You just don't play him if you don't have to. So right here, I think I'm going to go with the Justin Fields depth. And that's what I'm doing.
Kirk Cousins was like the number one quarterback last year for a month.
No, I agree. Actually, I draft him every single year. That being said, in that league, I usually don't win. But just saying, I won with him last year in the 2 QB league. But
yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is my number one. So,
and Kirk Cousins would be a perfect number 2.
This is nice. I only have to Brown from Washington. Who is that?
Diami?
Yeah, you can pronounce that.
Tar Heels.
Mm-hmm.
UNC, baby.
Actually a good landing spot for Washington. But
how you guys feeling about the first 2 rounds here? What's the biggest thing that stands out to you?
That I messed up on setting up the draft style to make it linear and not snake.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that stood out to me too.
We just want to point it out. No, at this point, I think it surprised me that Trevor Lawrence is the first and only quarterback to go in the first round. He's not talking about me; he's talking about Mac. Other than that, it seems pretty ordinary. You guys see any differences in general with your draft that you guys already had?
A little bit. So it's lining up very similar to our draft. I think Pitts went back a couple of spots to 5. Etienne went 3, and then Trey Sermon actually slipped up into the first round. So it was 8 was Carter, 9 was Sermon, and Lawrence dropped to the second round. So Lawrence, Lance, and Fields all ended up in the second round in our draft.
Wow.
But outside of that, it's pretty similar. Pretty similar.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is his ADP has jumped up a lot, but he went beginning of the 3rd round with our draft. But yeah,
wow.
Besides that, yeah, good call by me, right? People are noticing him. They must be listening to the pod.
They're saying that it's a 7-player draft. Anybody past 7 picked for need. Anybody before 8 in the top 7 just pick the best available guy.
It's usually my strategy. Pick the best player.
Yeah, pick the best guy.
All right, who's up next?
Oh, it's me.
It is you.
All right, so
you have 2 back-to-back here, so we're only doing 3 rounds here. So pick your next 2 wisely.
All right. So I would say, my quarterbacks right now in my league, Patrick Mahomes, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Drew Lock. Drew Lock is likely losing the starting job to Teddy Bridgewater, although it'd probably be a little bit of a competition. Could lose it to Aaron Rodgers. Ryan Fitzpatrick, as I said before, he'll probably be 4-2, 5-3, and then they'll bench him and put in somebody else. So I'm going to play it safe here. I'm going to pick Zach Wilson, who I know is going to be a starting quarterback. This way, if Pat Mahomes gets hurt, I'll have somebody to toss in there, somebody that I know is going to stay in the starting lineup. So I'll pick Zach Wilson there, and then it gets interesting here on the turnover. So looking at some of these, I could use some additional running back help. I mean, if I have a running back go down during the season and then another guy hits a bye week, I will need a fourth running back, which I don't really have right now. It's really just Dobbins, Swift, and Jacobs. Kylan Hill, he's probably going to sit behind Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. So I don't know if I love him there. Ramondre Stevenson for the Pats, he might be a good red zone option. But again, the Patriots as always have a very loaded running back room. I'm actually just going to stick at receiver here and just, hopefully one of these guys will pan out. I'm going to go with Amari Rodgers with Green Bay and cross my fingers that Aaron Rodgers stays. And then Hill goes after that, the running back for Green Bay. And Reeks, it's back up to you.
Yeah, Regan, before you go, Ryan, in that position there, would you have traded out or tried to? Or
Yeah,
you think you would have drafted a receiver?
It's not a bad option, especially if you need a running back. So if I move back, I'm guessing Stevenson's probably going to go either here or the next pick. So even if I wanted to trade back 2 or 3 picks, I basically would have assured myself a running back, and then I could have, gathered another either late 3rd round pick, 4th round pick, something additional, or a 3rd round pick next year. I think it's a smart move. Always in these drafts, always consider the trade. If whatever you're looking for, like for me, I was picking at 1-8 in our league. I ended up moving into 1-7. The reason why I did that is I wasn't huge on anybody past the 1st round. I'm not really big on anybody next year. So I wasn't cautious about parting from those picks either. So I really threw a lot of picks at moving from 8 to 7 because I do believe that this is a 7-player draft and that those guys are probably going to be very, very good players in the NFL.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's good advice right there.
I know. I always make sense. You guys should be onto this by now. If you actually need advice, just listen to what I say. And if you are, I don't know why they listen to
yourself a hole. This guy. Well, guys, at this spot, I am in a hole. I feel like at this point the draft kind of turns. In general. So looks like he needed possible wide receiver depth. And I don't see anything at wide receiver I really like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough.
Once you get beyond that 1st round, maybe into the 2nd, you're just taking shots, man. You're hoping something pans out.
All right, Mac, you're gonna hate me. I think I'm taking Des Fitzpatrick. I like that. I just like his landing spot with Corey Davis.
God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
In the middle of it. Had to take him.
It's quite all right. I got him in my real drafts, so I at least got one of my targets, so I'm not too upset.
No, right. You kind of sold it to me when you explained it earlier about his landing spot, and it just made sense. Corey Davis is gone, who I actually have on this team already as it is, so maybe he can pan out.
And Johnny Smith's gone. Right. Johnny, excuse me.
Johnny,
pronounce it. Yeah, whatever. And
that's usually me messing that up.
I know. I'm having a rough day, man. Oh, I'm all out of sorts. Who went after your pick there?
Collins, wide receiver, Houston, Stevens. See that I was in between him and Chuba.
Yeah.
So Stevens, running back, he's going to be the LeGarrette. Yep. He's going to be the LeGarrette Blunt. And we got Palmer for the Chargers, who actually I'm not familiar with. We have Mac Jones at 3-7. Now, where did he fall in your guys' draft?
3-3.
Auto-drafted at 3-3.
Oh, so Jack's actually got him. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was the team that I had that I'm taking over for, apparently.
I had 3-4. Just sitting, waiting for Mac Jones. Oh, my God. Don't forget anymore.
That Josh Palmer guy, like if I was going to take a receiver with this pick, it would be him. I mean, he does have Keenan Allen, but Mike Williams is going out after this year. He dealt with his stats aren't that great because his quarterback sucked as well. So, but the talent is there. So hopefully, with Herbert throwing him the ball, yeah, he might have some great upside there.
Yeah, they picked him in the 3rd round, so they must have saw something in him. I mean,
Yeah.
decent draft capital.
Yeah.
He's not a lot of these guys you'll see in this and going in this round were picked, round 6, round 7 of the NFL draft.
It's very true. Very true. Where?
Did you get lost?
I did get lost.
Palmer went 6th.
No, there it is. Yeah, no,
3-6.
Palmer. I know Palmer went 3-6, then Mac Jones, but I was looking for my guy, who I'm going to take a long investment in here. So you're
Chuba?
either shooting shots. Hey,
gotcha.
Fine. You know what? I'll just take him.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that's the end of the episode. See you guys next week.
You know.
Everybody, I'm sorry.
Pause the draft there. So
yeah.
hold on. So Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, he's got Chuba, like tuba. He's got McCaffrey to deal with, all right? But with McCaffrey, when he gets injured, they pull him out and they protect their investment, and they will make him sit. If he's not 100%, he's not playing. I think this kid's got some potential, especially in PPR format, which our draft is, full PPR. And I'd say in a couple of years, he's going to be not the next Christian McCaffrey, but he's going to be a very valuable passing down running back that you could fill in at a flex or on bye weeks. And who knows, maybe he'll be a number 1 guy, but I can definitely see him being an RB2 in the next couple of years.
I mean, look what Mike Davis did last year.
Exactly. He got a contract and with the Falcons, and they didn't bring anybody to threaten his job. So they must believe in him, or they just didn't have anybody they liked, and they're just going to pass the ball the entire time.
Yeah, I mean,
passing.
From a dynasty perspective, I'd imagine there are a lot of teams that had Mike Davis on the championship team. So those are the guys you never know about.
The ones that win it for you.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
year. Yeah, that's why drafts like this, they always, the running backs, I've said before, the running backs scare me. It's really tough to get a running back, especially in a dynasty. I only can imagine how you guys deal with that, because running backs don't last.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at Zeke. Like he's fallen off every single year. Now I know Dak got hurt last year and he was doing okay beforehand, but just
and their O-line.
Yeah, the O-line. Yeah, look at Pittsburgh. Like the O-lines on these good teams just go. These guys, they get these young rookies, they get contracts, they leave, So running backs is tough.
Well, generally with running backs, you need a lot of different variables to fall into place. You need a decent quarterback, you need a good O-line. Like there's so many things you depend on. Where like a good receiver just has to get open, run a good route, create some separation, and have a decent quarterback to throw them the ball. But they don't need all those other variables.
No, that's huge. Yeah, I can honestly say I've never won a league where I didn't hit big or go high on running backs. Like I'm big at just going wide receiver in the beginning, but I always have some sort of sleepers or somebody that I just think is going to pan out. And that seems to work out in a lot of my leagues.
Mm-hmm.
But you always need something. It's crazy.
I'm curious to see who the steal of this draft is going to be. Last year, the big steal was 3rd round, 3.4, was Justin Herbert. 3.3 was Van Jefferson, I want to say. So we're talking like you can really swing and a miss in the 3rd round and pass on an all-pro player.
That's wild.
If you mess up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
That one's for our boy John Conley.
Poor guy.
Van Jefferson. I don't even know who we picked, but it wasn't Justin Herbert. That's for damn sure.
I'm not gonna look it up because I'll probably screw it up. So hey,
Probably.
probably. Well, guys, hope you had fun. I'd say we might put these up on a card. Oops. I don't know why that sent again, but
You
okay.
okay?
Oh, man.
Damn.
That's not good. Yeah, so we'll put this up for a poll, see who had the best 3-round rookie draft. What are you laughing for, Ryan?
Better out than in, man. Better out than in.
That's true.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Well, if we didn't scare you off by our disaster of a start here, we invite you to like and subscribe. Share our tips with your friends because nobody can get enough tips. And you guys got anything for the leftovers? Regan, I think you're on mute.
Nothing from me. Nice quick episode. A lot of fun. Really effed it up. It's all good.
I apologize, guys. One minor detail.
You know, there are good tips and bad tips and big tips and small tips, and you know, it's all just a mixed bag.
I just want to take them all. Doesn't matter. Regan, do you have anything that you would like to share? Oh, yep. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Make sure to follow our socials. Look for the poll coming out. Just a tip, FFP on every platform. Hope to catch you next time. Have a great night.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.